The Pac-12 we go. It's number 3 Oregon opening up against Nicholls State. No, opening up a can against Nicholls State. Third in the AP preseason poll, their highest in 2 years. D'Anthony Thomas, every time he touches the ball, he scores, Jason.
This kid's just electrifying coming to that backfield. A lot of questions about Chip Kelly leaving, what it would be like. It's about the same. And Marcus Mariota looks fantastic.
The Mark Helfrich era beginning today. Yeah, Mariota had 200 yards passing, more than 100 yards rushing, 3 total touchdowns. Here's Byron Marshall with the score.
Usually when you wear white, you don't look that fast, but they look really, really, really fast.
And really, really, really talented, especially on offense. 772 yards of offense. That is a new school record as they take down Nicholls State. You see the stats there for Mariota. Marshall as well. Next game at Virginia coming up next weekend. 7 rushing touchdowns today for the Ducks. How about in Corvallis? Their Civil War rival, the Beavers. Taking on Eastern Washington of the FCS. With seconds to go, Vernon Adams, he's in. Touchdown. PAT no good. Oregon State trailing by 3. Trevor Romaine chance to tie, no. And how would you like to be an Eastern Washington Eagle on this night? Their first win over a Pac-12 school. They were previously 0-9. Vernon Adams. Look at the stats. They're so good. The font is so small to fit it all in. 411 passing yards, 107 rushing yards, accounted for 6 touchdowns.
And Sean Mannion didn't play that bad either, but golly, look at those numbers.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say that they didn't play a lot of defense, either team.
They're the 3rd FCS team, Eastern Washington is, to beat a ranked FBS team since 2000. What's worse, Oregon State had to cut him a check for $450,000
to get beat. Good day.
Pay me a lot of money to punch me right in the face.
Interesting week 1.
Yeah, LSU doing this, taking on TCU in Arlington, top 20 matchup, and Zach Mettenberger got some help in the run game and then created on his own here with the help of Jarvis Landry. 8 catches, 109 yards in this sport.
Both shoulder or almost to the other hip, he's able to catch a turn for 6.
So LSU wins it 37-27. The Tigers, are you buying the Tigers as a team that could challenge Alabama in the West this season, even though they came up short last year?
Yeah, I mean, they just put up 37 points against a really good TCU defense. Mettenberger looks a lot more comfortable in the pocket than they did last year. I think he understands what it is teams are throwing at him and how they're going to try to attack this offense of his. Ultimately, LSU is going to have to get a lot more sound on defense to beat a team like Alabama, and they're going to have to find more playmakers on offense.
Yeah, I agree. And I also think on the other side, defensively, if you look at LSU, they only have 4 returning starters, but everybody that's back seemed to have a contribution tonight. And you're going to see that. These guys, Anthony Johnson didn't start, but he played in every game last year. Craig Lawson, you see him moving around. Number 6, he's always around the football. You know, I think with this team, they're going to have to get better defensively. Their offense is going to have to help them because in the past, they've been a defensive-minded team, and they still want to stay that way, but they're going to need some offense to help them while they get through those young guys getting a chance to play.
And LSU's schedule going to be a challenge. They've got Georgia in a few weeks, and of course, there's another team, though, in the SEC that would probably not cry for them for a tough schedule, and that would be Florida. Maybe their easiest game of the year, and that's in quotes, taking on Toledo on Saturday, number 10 Florida, and it's Mac Brown. Mac Brown's not on the hot seat. He just went in for a touchdown.
Really did. He's been waiting for a while, and I think the one thing is Jeff Driscoll is supposed to be better at passing, but Mac Brown shows I have been waiting to run for you, man.
Matt Jones out with a viral infection. Mac Brown, 2 touchdowns. Had no touchdowns his previous 3 years there on campus. Florida picks up their 24th straight season opening win. Mississippi State in the SEC taking on Oklahoma State in Houston, and it is 3-0 Mississippi State, but not for long. J.W. Walsh comes in. Clint Shelf played the first 2 series. It was Walsh the rest of the way, and it was Oklahoma State the rest of the way. Jeremy Smith
didn't get off to a fast start, finished strong, put up 21 points, but most importantly, I think, is they played much better defense.
They did. Glenn Spencer's defense. He replaced Bill Young. Got it done today on Saturday. Also on Saturday, Arkansas, the Brett Bielema era, taking off. Bring the air.
Ooh. With a little bit of play-action pass. That's what they do. They run the football, they move you around, and they get it down the field.
That was Javante Herndon, and that Brett Bielema team will occasionally run the ball.
This is more like it. Now you're getting back to beating the ball.
Jonathan Jonathan Williams down the left side. That's 75 yards. Arkansas, and they lost to ULM last year. ULL ain't happening. 34-40.
And on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I sing it on and on like a hot butter. The pop, give it, pop, the pop. You don't dare stop or come alive, y'all. Give me what you